Good morning and welcome back. If you're new here, then welcome. My name's Rebecca. I'm a second year mature medical student studying at the University of Bristol. This is my very first degree. And if you're returning to the channel, then welcome back. We have clinical exams, which are cardiovascular and respiratory exams, which were due to be on real patients, but because of the pandemic, we're obviously not able to do that. So we've been asked by the university to basically make our own patient from our own clothes, a dressing gown, whatever we like, to get a bit creative. And then we're going to be going online at 2 o'clock today in small groups and practicing these exams. We're really communicating with the patient as if they were real. So I don't know what that's going to look like. I've never done this cardio or respiratory exam before. So what I'm going to do is basically just run over the checklist, maybe go onto Geeky Medics and have a look to see what kind of questions they're asking, just to get a bit of practice in before. I know it's just a practice session, so I'm not stressing about it. I bought this stethoscope. It's not a Littman's. This is a cheaper version of Littman's MDF. I got this when I was doing the Access to Medicine course. Not that I know how to use it properly, and I thought it's good motivation. You know, I had a box basically with all of my doctor stuff, and every single day I would look at it. So it had like a card in there saying by 2024 I will be a junior doctor, and I had my stethoscope and scrubs and bits and bobs, and it really kept me motivated. Right now I'm going to be doing some Anki flashcards.
Lost my way in the city, and I feel alone when you're with me. I look for places where I can't hide. I guess I've been searching for places, some familiar faces. I think I just need a little light. I've been trying to fake it. I have said I can take it, but I think you should let me go. 'Cause I need some time.
So I need to make my patient. So I've basically got a dressing gown, basically drawn a face. Let me show you. This is going to be the face and the ribs with the valves. Let's see what this is going to look like. Clara likes our patient as well. What do you reckon, Clara? I think there's definitely a part of me that is really missing going into hospitals and GP surgeries like we did last year and seeing so many patients, and not just because we learn clinical skills, but you know, the patients that we were introduced to last year, I remember, were so inspirational to me and helped me to almost remember why I was on this course and why I wanted to be a doctor. I think now during the pandemic, I mean, we haven't had any clinical placements in person at all this year, and we're coming to the end of second year, and it is hard sometimes to keep yourself motivated, and I do try, and every single day, you know, remember why I'm doing this degree. And it's great to be able to see your tutorial group on Zoom, but without that patient contact, it does really make it difficult sometimes, but just having that feeling of, wow, I've really made a difference today. I've had a nice conversation with the patient, I've examined them, or I've had a chat with them, and you walk away feeling like you've actually had a positive impact on someone's life.
We'll do in a second is split you into two groups, one with myself and one with Richard. Then I'll go through the rest of the exam with my group, and Richard did the cardiovascular exam. And then comprehensive, very good patient manner. I liked the, do you have any questions before you start the exam? Not many people say that, that's good to see. Is there anything that you think you might have missed?
All the eyes.
I think to be honest, you did a good job of remembering the hepatojugular reflex.
The doctors and the medical students who were teaching us were really helpful. I learned a lot, and they taught us a technique whereby for the cardiovascular exam, you basically start from the hands, you work your way up to the radial pulse, and then the brachial pulse, and then the JVP, and then you go down to the heart, so that you do it in a very systematic way. I'm about 3 lectures behind at the moment. I think it's normal to be behind at medical school. I don't know any medical student that is always up to date with everything, because there's so much to learn and so much to do. So first year it used to stress me out a bit, but second year I just kind of go with the flow. We have an exam on the 26th. It doesn't count towards our end of year grades, but I think I'm going to treat it like a real exam, because I want to see if my studying technique this year is better, or is going to allow me to get better grades than last year, because last year I basically passed my end of year exam, but I pretty much scraped through. So this year I've changed my study techniques quite a lot. Yeah, catch up on the lectures and make some Anki cards. I don't write loads of notes in medical school anymore. Last year I did, and I think that's where I went wrong. I spent hours and hours just making pretty notes, whereas this year I just listen to the lecture and research anything that I don't understand on Google or YouTube, and then I just write myself loads of questions about the lecture and make sure that I cover all of the learning objectives. And then every single morning I go on to Anki and do questions. I also do questions on past medicine and geeky medics as well, and I just feel like the information is sticking this year, whereas last year I would read my notes maybe once after writing them and then once before the exam, and it doesn't really work. Make some dinner and give my cat Clara some love. If you've watched some of my videos before, you probably see me cooking and showing you these books, and I wanted to just explain what it is and what it's all about. Before lockdown, I would basically eat healthily, but just things like, you know, chicken, broccoli and rice, always the same thing. First of all, try some new foods that weren't boring. Save some money by not going to the supermarket every few days. So I discovered Mindful Chef. They were offering 30% discount to NHS staff. Basically what you do is, and this is not to promote it, I'm not sponsored at all, but I love it and it has made such a big difference to how I eat. You go online to their website and you pick which recipes you want to eat. Meal 12, cod with spicy butter, beans and lemon yogurt. So you get what the meal is, what's included, and then how to make it. And when I say I can't cook, like, that's not a joke. I really am not a very good cook, but I do manage these recipes. So you get, for this recipe, broccoli. How cute is that? Look at that. Italian passata. I love it. Lemon, onion, all the herbs and the spices, the chili, garlic, some beans. You think, why don't you just go to the supermarket and buy these things? I have a very bad habit that if I go to the supermarket to pick up, let's say, an onion, I'll come out with 4 tubs of ice cream, maybe not 4, like ice cream and crisps, and oh, I'll just buy this. So I'm spending more money, it's taking time, and I'm just buying crap that I don't need. Sunday, when my Mindful Chef box arrives, I get so excited about opening up the box, and they always put like a little treat inside, whether it's a chocolate bar, like a healthier chocolate bar, or naturally next for sugar-free coconut and mango drink. I don't know, I just always get really excited about making the recipes. I'm gonna make this for dinner and see what it's like.
Someone like you, I would watch the days go by, wasted in blue. I was out of you.